Hello, everyone. This is Noah Rosenblatt, and I am from Urban Digs, and this is your seventh coronavirus Manhattan market update coming straight at you. This is the front lines. This is where the data is. This is the stuff you want to watch if you want to keep track of this Manhattan crisis in real time, and you want to look for those indicators. That's going to be a sign that we're pulling out of it. That's clearly what we're all looking for. That's the purpose of this weekly report. Let's get right to it and get to the numbers. I'm looking at supply. It's at 5,042. This has been declining ever since I started doing these weekly virus reports. When I first started doing it 6 weeks ago, this was at 6582. When I did it 5 weeks ago, it was at 6282. 4 weeks ago, 5882. 3 weeks ago, 5604. 2 weeks ago, 5334. And last week it was at 5131. It's now at 5,042. When I scroll down to my off-market indicator, this is quietly rising. A lot of listings have come off the market. That's been one suppression of inventory. And if you look at it, 4860, it's almost at the level where it's going to cross with active supply at 5,042. This is kind of unprecedented. I don't recall this ever crossing as far as I've been tracking Manhattan real estate. So keep an eye on this over the next week or so. It's very possible that inventory goes lower than off market. So we're going to keep a track of that. Pending sales, 2438. When I did this 6 weeks ago, this was at 2650. When I did it 5 weeks ago, it was at 2644. 4 weeks ago, 2569. 3 weeks ago, 2549. 2 weeks ago, 2523. Last week when I did it, it was 2479. And we still are inching down to 2438 today. Pending sales is declining. It's just not declining nearly as fast as inventory. That's the key takeaway right over here. Expect this to continue to decline going into the next 3-4 weeks. We still got a lot of downward pressure on pending sales. So that will continue to fall for the foreseeable future. Okay, let's go to the dashboard. Let's do our real-time searches. All right, I like to break this down by 1 week. 1 week new listing inventory, 1 week new deal volume, 1 week off market. The purpose of this is to track the trends. What you're looking for is more inventory, you're looking for more deal volume, and you're looking for less off market, okay? When I do 1 week active inventory, let's just take a check. When I did this 5 weeks ago, it was 138. When I did it 4 weeks ago, it was 80. When I did it 3 weeks ago, it was 82. When I did it 2 weeks ago, it was 70. And when I did it last week, this was 73. And it came in at the exact same level at 73. At least we are not going lower. We want to see this rise. We want to see sellers put listings on the market. We don't want to have an inventory crunch when we get out of this, whenever that may be. And we're at a much lower level in inventory today than we were when we started this crisis. Inventory should be over 7,000 right now. Instead, it's breaking below 5,000. Let's check 1 week contract signs, 1 week contract signs, production. Okay, when I did this 5 weeks ago, it was at 136. When I did this 4 weeks ago, it was at 74. 3 weeks ago, it was at 88. 2 weeks ago, it was at 65. Last week when I did this, it was 51. I was upset with that number. And this week, it's at 57. At least we didn't go down. At least it's not in the 40s. So we're ticking back up. You're looking for this number to go higher. This is your real-time 1 week demand, all right, contract signed. If this market's going to come back, this is what is going to show it, your 1 week deal volume. So have a frame of reference, have an understanding of where we came from. What was it like at the worst? What was it like on the way down? What was it like at the worst? And what is it like when it's coming back? That's the purposes of these weekly reports. All right. And finally, we're going to close it out and go to 1 week off market. When I did this 5 weeks ago, we had 424 listings come on the off the market. When I did it 4 weeks ago, was at 409 off the market. 3 weeks ago was at 270 off the market. 2 weeks ago at 197. Last week, 122. And when we do it now, it's at 117. That's a good sign. We want off market to go down. We want less listings to go off market. So it seems like in terms of off market, there's some exhaustion, that we've seen the most of the off market inventory come off. That tells me that inventory is probably slowing down on the downside. We were at 5,000 something before. So we're probably going to go in the high fours is probably where we're going to end this whole mess. But time will tell. These weekly reports will show everything to you. I promise I will be all over this data for you so that you don't have to be all over it. You can just take these interpretations and pass them on to your clients. With that, this is your week 7 coronavirus Manhattan market report. I wish everyone well. Stay safe, please. Again, thank you to all those frontliners and have a great weekend. We'll catch you next Friday.